What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between our visitors and the home team. On the Shamrock sideline, a look at their head coach. These guys just about set to go in this one. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And here we go on EA Sports. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. He's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right, week one, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now 1 second before they call delay a game, a timeout comes in. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Throwing the out route complete. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 43. They're going to try and throw it here. That one's caught along one sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that gives him a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Jumps in up the middle. He dodged the tackle. Made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
10 yards to go.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. Touchdown. The Shamrocks take a 6-0 lead right away. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, but you can't start much better than that.
Setting up to try the point after. And his kick is no good. He missed it, but wait just a second. Looks like the penalty flag might bail him out, Brock. I think this is going to be roughing the kicker. Well, any contact on an extra point is going to draw that flag, and it's going to let them try the point after again. They'll get another chance now to knock the point after through. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
The score, Shamrock 7, Caps nothing.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Has this at the 6. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, well, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
On first down, they'll run. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
19, Charger, 19.
To the air on third and long. Ooh, and almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it. So the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does, though, bring up fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. Or quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They are throwing it again. Rolling left, buying some time. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
As soon as he starts to escape, Kate, you can almost see that gunslinger mentality come to life. It takes really perfect defense to hold up and keep him from finding something, but if go get that first down, they couldn't do it right there.
From the gun on third down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're left with 4th and short. The Shamrocks have their punt team out there now. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And he can't make anything happen on that return. That stopped about as deep on their own side as you can be. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Quarterback of his renowns, kid, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a first down.
27-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now we're on the counter. A solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Here's the Caps punt team now. Punt meets him at the 28. He's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the 47-yard line.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Into traffic, complete. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
They're throwing it. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Their offense running back out now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. All set to go now from the 35. To the air now on 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has this down to the 34. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They're looking at first down here. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Kent. There he goes, right sideline. And the Shamrocks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 2-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Johnson. He's in. Touchdown, Honolulu. The Shamrocks parlay the interception into points. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Shamrocks double their lead to 14.
Caps nothing.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. He showed some nice burst on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Here we go, set, ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has it downfield, working the left. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Shamrocks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Man, these guys just can't get out of their own way right now, and we both know it's only going to hurt worse as this game rolls on.
Yeah, kind of stuck in a loop right now. And I don't care what sport it is. If it's golf, if it's shooting a free throw, batting, baseball, like you grip it tight and you grip that ball tight, usually bad things follow.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Part of the reason this offense been humming today, been in such great rhythm and got this lead, well, they've protected themselves so well. Now they finally get punched in the face. And how do you adjust and how do you respond? Does it remain business as usual to stay out front, or can this defense finally get home?
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Air it out on 3rd. Looking slant route, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Here comes their offense out again. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
1st and 10 from the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready,
He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
ready.
He's going to throw this one. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
Ready, ready.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Another carry for him. And give him 9 on that run. They've got 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Come on.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled for no gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Another drive coming up for this offense. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. That's good room at the 35. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, Johnson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they're going to have a first down now.
14. First down, Shamrocks.
Let's go.
Here's Johnson again. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives them the first. Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Has room into the secondary. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Shamrocks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks stretch their lead to 21.
21. Cats, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense getting set to work here. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. All set to go now from the 35. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that means first down. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down. Dropping back to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punting away. And they could really use a good one here. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The offense getting set to go. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Complete to Hyatt. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Honolulu.
Working on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Honolulu, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Pass play coming here. Chased out to his right. Same guy, Wilson again. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. Still sticking with the passing game. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered kid on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They go counter. It's Johnson. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. Offense up to the line fast.
A 2-yard pickup.
And he spiked it just in time. So now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Starting from the 5. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand.
Let's go. Ready?
Blown back, gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ready?
Throwing it on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And this is brought to a stop at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 2nd and 3 now.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
First down.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Ready,
He'll look to throw. Finds him on the slant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
At the 41-yard
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
At the 40-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives him a first down.
1st and 10.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. It doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Check.
Pass play now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Working now from the gun. Makes the catch. He is not quite to the marker there. Just 2 yards on that play block. And now one interesting decision coming up on 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
He gets a look up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Caps cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Shamrocks returning their offense, and this running back to the field. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. They'll throw it here on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to bring up 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Shamrock.
Now a give to Johnson, coming right. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Let's go. Nike, 18. Check over.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Third and long for him here. Hits his running back. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Toss to the right side. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as the medical staff heads out to check on it. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And cut in the end zone for the touchdown. The Shamrocks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Shamrocks stretch the lead to 23.
Caps 8.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at their own
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
We've reached the end of 3 in our week 1 opener. It's going to be their ball as we start the 4th, but this game may already be too far out of reach.
Ready.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
This one loses yardage and loses possession. He's stopped behind the line. They're turning this over on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
This offense ready to get going again now. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Here's the backup, first throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Shamrocks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's go. And the Shamrocks continue piling onto this lead.
Caps 8.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped. Back out runs their offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
Ready?
To the air now on 1st and 10. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away, and that brings up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
And 10 yards to go.
Ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Montreal, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Get it. Cowboy.
Sticking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll air it out on 3rd. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Check out.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
First down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone. Kicked off by Dante Kent. And the Shamrocks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Ready,
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
We've set it downs from 37.
Here we go. 60, ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger.
Again, this is Johnson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Set it. 60 Eagles. Go.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Ready.
Johnson gets it again on 2nd. A lot of space ahead. And that is a touchdown. The Shamrocks are running them out of the building.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Shamrocks grow their lead yet again.
45. Caps 8.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds. This offense making its way back out now. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Fails to find his running back. So 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He's going to throw it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Setting up to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in Montreal. Caps just want to get out of here with how this one is gone.
Got it. Ready?
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Looking in the air here. Complete over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
They'll go play action. Makes the catch. He has the touchdown. Caps putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Caps take 7 points off the deficit.
45. Caps 15.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Shamrocks back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome.
Cougar 19. Go.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. They call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
On the ready.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Set. Hawk, set. Ready.
On the ground again with Johnson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Ready. Let go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. Well, partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today. Getting the win in Week 1.
Yeah, a bad start now on the other side can snowball on you. 1 loss into 2 into 3 and so on. But you get that early win, it could get you playing at a midseason level in the early goings of a season and lead to a really good start that has you talking playoff hopes in the front half of the schedule.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Shamrocks as we say au revoir from Montreal.